Okay, I'm totally off on the song right now. I'm like completely missing the. Yeah, I should know this song. I should know it's coming, but that's my fault. Anyway, hey everybody, Donnie here. Welcome back. This is my channel. You will be offended. And today we're back on City Skylines Remastered. This is one of my favorite games for the console. Like I've been playing. Actually, I mean one of my favorite games of all time. To be honest, City Skylines. I've been playing the console version for like 9-10 years or whatever, however long it's been around on the console. I absolutely love it. I've become pretty decent at it, I think. Oh, that's so cool looking. I've become pretty decent at it, I think, and yeah, I like to pretend I'm sort of a decent builder with this version. So, ooh, dang, the lightning's getting really quick. If that was a house right there, that would have blown the shit up like over there. You see where there's a fire at? I think the lightning hit there too. Anyway, yes, so here we are. We're back. We're doing our thing. We're back on Moonshine because I thought this week, you know what? Let's get back into Moonshine because it is going to be Christmas this week, and why not do a Christmas themed build in here? So I'm trying to grab my mouse. I do that to myself a lot. Anyway, so welcome, hello, let's get going. Like I said, I'm going to do a Christmas themed build. We're going to give it a minute for people to get in here. Let's go check on this fire that started over here and see if there's something we can do. Oh my goodness. It's the skating rink. How is the ice on fire? Like, I could imagine the buildings and the big Christmas tree out front there, but, the ice is on fire. We don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker, burn. Alright, well, sucks. We're in a Christmas episode and the Christmas tree is burning. Oh, they saved the Christmas tree. Thank God. Thank God. And the ice is finally not on fire anymore. And people are back out there skating on it. How lovely. Just immediately. All the trees are torched around it, but hey, let's go skating. The ice wasn't really on fire, it was an illusion. Alright, that's interesting as crap. Alright. So let's get into it. I wanted to get into a nice little Christmas themed build, and I thought, you know, we've got this area over here we can work with. I want to do like a little Christmas village type of theme or something like that, you know? But then we also have areas like here. We could do something there. We've been working a little bit on this side and just kind of making this side look really good. We've got our little themed area over here for the snow. We got our snowmobile park. Our, I guess it's our campfire park. I don't know what else to call it. I wish I could level that parking lot out. Man, that looks like crap. We got this odd little cross-country skiing thing here, which, I mean, to be honest, I think people would technically use if that was real. And then an ice fishing pond. I believe that this dish is for ice fishing. I don't see anybody ice fishing. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's just a park with a frozen pond. I don't know. Let's check. Let's check. See, it's supposed to be an ice fishing pond. Where in the flop are the ice fishers? This is not an ice fishing pond. I'm utterly disappointed in this. Alright. Despite that. Hey Chris, welcome. Despite that, our roads are just tore the F up. That's another thing we got to deal with too. We got to get some more, we do have like, I did set some up over here. I see that. They got to get out there and do their job. I got to set maybe one more up on this side of the map somewhere. We got to find a good area to set it up. Get a nice little spot there for, the snowplows. So, well, it looks like last time we were here, I'm having a hard time remembering what we were doing. Obviously, we were building up this neighborhood because we got all these beautifully, wonderfully built roads through here, especially that one. Look at that. No, don't know what I was thinking there. But we need power, water, that needs power apparently. And we need some power and water there. And then I guess we just need to build ourselves a neighborhood. Oh yeah, definitely need to build a neighborhood. In that, I think it's best, like I said, we're going to get ourselves, we're going to get the schools built. We need to put in, like, since that's the, I'm assuming this is the elementary school. Multiple problems, yep. I want to put in, not quite done with the chores around the house, so I'll probably hop in midstream. If not, you want to have a great week, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, David. Thank you for stopping in regardless. Appreciate you every single time. Child Healthcare Center. I want to put the Child Healthcare Center in here. I like having it as part of the school, you know, like they work together. They're keeping those kids healthy, feeding them lunch, making sure they're good to go. Let's get that in right there because I'm hoping, check this out. Oh, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, you can do it. Come on. Oh my God, no. Alright, there's... Oh, yes! Exactly what I wanted. I mean, it's a little out of place, but I'm gonna accept that because, hey, I ain't on the PC right now, so we're gonna have to accept it. But I do believe we can place a tree or two in there. So we can go with like a pine. Oh, nice. And then I want to go with like maybe the little one here. And this one right up in there. Then we grab just a little touch of the grass and see if we can't slip it in there somewhere. Do that. Perfect. Lovely. Lovely. Alright, so out back here, we'll probably do something as soon as we come back over here and get stuff laid down. Well, you know what? Let's do it right now. Let's just deal with it. I forget if the schools will allow me to place concrete under them. No, they do not. That stinks. I would have loved to have had concrete in the background there. Just a big yard. Would have been awesome. Ah, that'll look weird, I bet. Well. Yeah, it's still gonna look weird. And then, like, I'd have to pull it here to make the corner, the lower corner, look good. You'd have to do some massive tweaks to make that look good. It ain't gonna happen on console. So, let's get out of here. What I want to do then is just go ahead. I don't want houses right up the butt end of the school. But I don't want... I mean, being that the fact that it's an out... what the weather is usually like here, maybe the best idea is to keep the school the way it is, where they have the indoor playground there. You see that? They probably have indoor facilities for all kinds of stuff. That's the design of the school, I'm assuming, right? Maybe there's a basement with like a gym in it. Who knows, right? So, what if we place a fence? Let's get a good fence. Good. Ooh, yeah, the ore industry fence is a nice one. And we're going to go... turn our snapping tools off. I want 2 squares to the front, so I'm going to take out the 2 squares to the back. Go like that. Oh, perfect. That worked out perfect. Now we'll go freeform. Freeform. Okay, a little higher. And then we'll just give it a little stubbly right there. And look, there's a walkway to walk in, right? Nice. So, why is there still... I put a fence there, zone. Go away. Alright, I gotta be careful when I add housing into here then. So, what I want to do now is we still, like, you know, it's not going to be snowing all year round, I would assume. Maybe it does. Maybe they live in, like, North Pole. Who knows? But I was assuming, like, you know, snowy Pacific Northwest-ish. So, let's go find our ploppables. They're just up here. Here we go. And we'll go ahead and throw them down. Let's use this larger area, though. And then I found out on the PC version, I can get my hands on a high-level sandbox that I don't know, I've never known about before. I don't know if it's native to the game or not, but I don't remember ever downloading it. I haven't seen any asset for it. So I'm assuming it is just a native thing to the game that got disappeared somewhere, and I can't use it. Unless I have PC version with Find It. So... But, in the long run, they did make up for it. I'll give them that. In the long run. It was like later on down the line. We can come here to this park tool and find these 2 sandboxes. And we can throw them down. But, that's going to be one mud pit in this time of year, so I doubt a school like this would have a sandbox. I mean, that's going to be a mud pit too, but they'll at least kind of deal with that, maybe throw down some rubber chunks or something, who knows. But a sandbox would not be something they would use. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead, throw some trees and such, and just make it look good. Oh, wait. Just thought of something. No, I don't like those tables. I like... Oh, wait, no. I do... They're in here. They are in here, but they're up here. I like these tables. Because they look way more realistic to size for this setup than other things, than the other ones that we get. Let's try to put these in a decent enough manner. Again, if the school was operating in the spring and the fall, the kids would be playing outside, they would be using these tables. This just happens to be winter time. Not perfect, I know. I don't care. You know, I could have put, you know what, yeah. So I'm going to take a couple of these out. Make a nice little fieldish spot there. Move this one a little closer to the playset there. Now, add in a couple of these really quick. Now, one reason I took those couple of trees out, because then I thought about this, something I like doing at the school, throwing these little soccer goals in. Or football if you're European. We have football too, but that's what we're watching today, and it's a lot different. My Lions are playing tonight. Let's keep our hopes up like usual and have them dashed like usual. Actually, the Lions have been doing great this year. Not as good as last year, mind you, but they're doing great. So I can't be mad at them with the past couple seasons they've had at all. You know, I'm thinking that looks good. I wish I could do little things to like stripe up the field and stuff like that, but I just can't, so whatever. That's the console for you. Oh, we do need to get... Alright, now that we're done with school, let's finally give them some power and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that is something I do have to deal with. Ooch, wrong stuff. I do try to make it as quickly as possible. Like right now I have all the snap off, which is good even in the console to turn all the snaps off when you're doing waterlines, or I mean PC, because it just allows you to have so much better freedom of movement with your waterlines and stuff like that. Like I couldn't do it otherwise, to be honest. But then let's get in here now. Let's attach. And we're gonna find our best spots. Ooh, that's cutting it close to that little red line right there, but I think it should work. We'll go like that. We're gonna run this up here because I am planning on utilizing this area up here now that we're getting built up in this spot. Why shouldn't we? It's definitely gonna work out nice as a little business area, especially since we have our little kind of sort of college zone on the other side there. I should have came up the other street would be way too close. Anyway, let's do this. Ah, crap. I hate that. I absolutely hate when it does that. It's like all I'm trying to do. Because now my stinking brain has to be like, oh no, we need to connect the dots now. I don't know how many other people have to deal with thoughts like that, but it's like, no, I can't just have a piece just hanging out there like this. I don't like it. I don't like having pieces hanging out there. Unless I'm planning on finishing a street somewhere or something. I don't know. Just the way I am. Like these two, they have to connect. It makes a connection, see? Alright, I'm going to try to get as big of an area as I can. Gotta connect that in over there. Just kind of filled up. Oh, and then it has to get even wider. See, this is the problem with building the way I have been. Just kind of being willy-nilly and freelancing the way things are going. You kind of get yourself in a pickle where you're like, oh, I need to put in more water lines if I'm doing it this way. And remember, we're doing water lines this way because we're trying to see what it takes to break the game on PlayStation 5. Pretty much. Or get to a million. Oh well. Get to a million is Fuchsia's goal, to be honest, but I really wouldn't mind breaking the game one way or another. And see, here's a part of me where what I'm talking about. See how these lines come across? It just doesn't make sense to not have these lines come across, to me, the rest of the way. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Why not? Why wouldn't you do that? Damn it. When I was a kid, I used to like to fill in, like, the zeros and the zeros of the O's in my books. I didn't do it all the time, but still. Oh, crap. Okay. I just realized that the roads, we got water going, the roads need to be upgraded, a couple of them to accommodate our trams there, so let's do that. Upgrade to make sure, yeah, zoning is on. Huh. I guess I could turn it right there, that would work. Otherwise, I could have turned it at the top. That would have been kind of beneficial as well, but whatever. I'm already here. This is the way it's going to go. No, not that way. Okay, maybe that way. Ooh, we could connect these two up together right here. Well, you please, thank you. I want to make sure I get a line next to the schools here. Makes sense. Great way for the kids to get to school. Man, I really... just didn't think about the connections on here at all, did I? Not at all. Well, you know what? I think, actually, it's not as bad as I'm thinking it is. We could probably do this. Let's go ahead, make the surrounding outer roads here. We'll just do, like, a train that goes in a circle... tram, I mean, and then, I went too far with that other one there. I prefer that outer road to just stay clear of the tram line for some reason. Couldn't tell you why, it just looks better to me that way. But I do need to fix the roads that I accidentally messed up. Ooh, I forgot I had that line all tucked away and connected in right there. Nice. Okay, kind of thinking maybe this road too. Bet I could come up with a good loop. A good couple of loops even. This is a pretty large neighborhood. And I do want to put shopping up in here, like I said, so. Alright. Let's go ahead and find our routes. We definitely need to have stops at the school, so we'll have one here. You know, let's stop it on the side, right there. Oh man, I really want them to play some Christmas music. That's what I'm getting totally in the mood for here, huh? And I think let's have this one drop down this side. Complete that line like that. And then this one, let's create a new line right here in front of the elementary school. There we go. I want it on that side. And we'll stop that one by that school. It sucks it can't be on the same side as the school, but it's just the way the route has to work. And I want a connecting spot there for these two. And then it'll have its own stop after that. I wonder if I I wonder if I could move. Yeah. And then this one. Perfect. Okay. I want that connecting right there and connecting right there. I think that's great. Now we have the two lines running in opposite directions. They have connecting points, and you can get from one line to the other. Get around your neighborhood a lot easier. Then what I want to do is take one that goes like this. Create a new line. No, you know what? Let's come back to that. I want to create the new line with a stop here. All right. Then let's connect it here. I don't want to share too many stops. We'll add a stop because people can get from walk from one stop to the next. It's not that difficult. I mean, we'll have a couple of shared stops, you know. It's only natural. Bum 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 ba-dum. Nope. Add stop. There we go. Now we're connecting in the train station, completing our line. Beautiful. Oh, I need to fix those other roads. Oh, and then I gotta fix all the roads that have zoning where they shouldn't have it. We'll do that in a second here. So, small roads. Upgrade. Over here I messed one up too, didn't I? I think. No. Just that one. Okay. Why can't I upgrade to that type? Oh. Another benefit to PC is being able to just drag your mouse over this and it does it. Oops. Does it for you. Pause. Just making sure I put the right line down there. Okay, I think so. Up here also. There we go. Fixed. Okay. So, I want to get power to them. Let's do that really quick so that at least there's power, and then we can start building up housing. And then what we'll do is we'll focus on putting in our little shopping area there. And I want to, like I said, kind of do a little Christmas theme with it if we can. I know we've got plenty of stuff since this is a winter build. And we will see what we get in just a second here. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to our parks, take some of these tiny parks like this, do something like that. Hopefully that'll grab power. Bum, 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 bum. We don't always have to do those types of parks either. We can always go in here and find where's the dog park? There it is. Find the dog park, throw that in. People still use the dog park in the wintertime. Don't tell me they wouldn't. We've got these from Shibuya. We've got the Kozawa. Those are huge. Queen of Hearts Park. I mean, it's not that big, but I don't think it's quite a neighborhood park. Gotta charge my controller. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. There we go. Alright. Controller's being charged. We do, we already have a snowmobile track. I mean, it wouldn't really be an ice hockey rink. I mean, we have one in another neighborhood. I want to do a little winter area here, so let's not do that. Let's just stick with normal parks here. Got a dog park down. Go to the tiny park again. Alright. So, our connections are still way off, but ooh, we've got emerging downtown on this side. I like it. I like it. Maybe I should do the same. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same. So let's zone this area. We'll even zone in our little shopping district here. Make it basically just a big matching spot. Alright, damn, that is a huge freaking spot. Okay. That's why it's Empire Heights, because it's the biggest one. The Empire. Emperor of the Empire. Our snow parks are full. Sheesh. Okay, that was lame. I'll shut up. Sorry. Shouldn't have said that. Should have said something like, shit. Oh. Alright. So now that we've got that done, what I wanted to do... Go into here. Go with that emerging downtown look. I love that style. It's great. Let's set our policies. That should be citywide stuff, to be honest. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. Recreational, though, is... I'm trying to keep that more of like neighborhoods and recreational areas instead of like allowing it where people are working and stuff. So it's smarter. Extra insulation. Don't worry about tax. I never worry about taxation. I don't, you know, it's not like I have to worry about the money, so. Go with our high-rise band. Just make sure that nothing grows up huge over here. Studded tire. Okay, that's all citywide. Lightning rods. That should be citywide too, now that I've seen the damn weather in the city. Yeah, I'm making that citywide. Alright. Now that we've done that, sorry. There we go. We're gonna do, okay, lightning rods citywide. Okay, so we need the lightning rods citywide because I'm sick of seeing fires pop up. I mean, the lightning is gorgeous. I don't want to get rid of it, but I'm just sick of seeing fires all like, oh shit, the ice skating rink's on fire. Okay, we go in here. Now we've got that done. Let's go ahead and lay down our buildings. I want to be careful around the schools, so let's go ahead and use our, no, not eyedropper, the small, what in the world is going on? It's like having a, it was having a seizure or something. I don't know what was happening to the game. It was not working properly. Why does the green not look right? It looks a little off, right? Am I wrong? And maybe I'm not. Maybe it's because of the snow underneath it. So pause. I don't want anything to start building quite yet until everything's like in place where it needs to be. So what I'm trying to do is build barriers around the schools and not, or build around the school and not like get into it. And then maybe after I build a little bit of these areas up around the schools, I can make a larger circle. Barrel, barrel, barrel. And not have to worry about that. Down, down, down. Although, remember how we built the elementary school? Finished up the elementary school, whatever you want to say there. The back of it, I want this little small part right here to have housing in it. So that's going to get filled in like that. Bum 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 bum. Alright, so it looks like I have the school surrounded. School surrounded. Come out, your hands up. We can use the larger circle to fill in the rest of the spaces here. Oh. Alright, I have to go fix that road apparently too. Did not see that. The bug got the 6-lane over there. I mean, I kind of did, but I didn't realize it was affecting me at that moment, so... Upgrade. Let's make sure these are all good. Okay, we're good. Alright, so I don't think I have to fill anything else in over here. One thing I would like to do before I move on any further is let's go ahead. I'm just gonna fill in trees. Houses are gonna build over the trees. That ain't gonna matter. But I want the backyards. I want the backyards to be filled up with like trees, bushes, making it look good in the backyards. Some of these areas are gonna have wider, like right here, for instance. Right here. Why? Let's turn that freaking strength up. Cheese and crackers. Boom. I'm like sitting there like, why isn't there more trees loading into this area, damn it? And then I realized I didn't have the strength on. Oh, okay, there's why. Yeah. Now we're gonna have a bunch of logging going on as they build housing in here. Alright, perfect. Let's hit play. Let's just start building. They're gonna start building around the schools, guaranteed. What'd I tell you? Right there. Immediately. Already like 2 places getting built. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That all just popping up quick as hell. Okay, that's gonna be great. Now let's go focus on our little business zone here. So let's take a look at what cool Christmas. We got the ski resort. I don't think we're gonna use that here. The sleigh ride. How big is that? Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like it. Kind of like it. Kind of like that a lot. I just want to put little roads in though. The Christmas tree definitely needs to go down. So let's plan this out. Let's think. Santa Claus workshop. Oh my god. If we're not putting Santa Claus's workshop down, we're messing up. We can put his workshop on this side of the road. That's totally fine. Fits in beautifully. Let's add some trees to it though. got it really nice and filled in around here. Because we're not going to have any other buildings in there, so. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I haven't added? I probably should. Let's do this. Turn our strength all the way up. I'm going to add a butt ton of damn oak trees in here really quick. There we go. I should have added at least a couple of oaks in somewhere here and there. There we go. Good, 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 good. Okay. Why don't you have power? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Look at. See, I love the lightning, but it causes way too many fires. So I want lightning rods, like, citywide. That's why I did that. You know, Sulta-Free, I don't add people to Discord, but in the future, in the next stream, I will start sharing a Discord link for people. How about that? Is that better? That way, if people want to be on my Discord, you can join me there, because I am very careful with my Discord. I almost had that thing snatched up by a scammer one time, and I am extremely cautious about how I use my Discord these days. I don't link a lot of stuff up to it. I mean, it's just a lot that I don't do. Oh, you know what I need to do, though? Let's go in here to our parks really fast. I think it would be good to grab, like, a sidewalk restaurant, which is kind of big. How about a cafe? Perfect. We're going to add the cafe in right there. Let's go over here, down to our walkway, grab that, and just do this. And that is going to jump power. Booyah. Look at that. We need to still jump some power right here, though. We're still having an issue at this point. So, go to parks, grab a playground, shove a playground in there, like that, and we should have power now. Boom, shakalaka. Power's all connected. Let's go. It's always on Twitch, too. You always get the people on Twitch with the same message. Add me on Discord. I'll be a fan of yours. Like, you know how many times I get that every stream? Especially when I do a long stream. Like, last night I did, like, 5-6 hours on my stream. I saw that same message from, like, 10 different people in that 6 hours. So, yeah, don't tell me that you're solely sincere about being my fan there. I'm just gonna look away. I didn't put that line there. I didn't see it. I'm gonna look away. Alright, I need some roads in here. What do I have in there currently? It's the lined walkway with the trees. Those trees do not look healthy in there. No, they do not. You know, it'd be cool. Palm trees. Let's do palm trees. Okay. Let's see what it looks like lined with, there we go. We'll test a couple of trees here really fast, see what looks better. I mean, we got that, but like I said, I always like to try to imagine it's like that's gonna get bigger, so... Not sure. How about this one? I mean, this could be any variety of trees, and it doesn't look too bad. It's not all sickly looking like the stock tree is. It's just kind of a scary uniform. So, it's like, you go to a town like that and you're like, wow, every tree is perfectly identical? I don't know if I can trust you people. Are you going to tie me up and cut my fingers off? Ooh, let's see what the purple one looks like. Probably like crap, but we'll see. Well, it's actually not too bad. Too bad they all have to sit identical again, though. That would actually be a really cool street to drive down a bunch of trees like that. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay, I do want... Let's go back to our row ads. Something like that, I believe. Now what I want to do is take this road, upgrade it with the zoning off. Because it's not going to do anything to Santa's workshop there. But it'll allow me to use that other road so closely with building on off of that road. And I want to go back into here. We got our Christmas tree. Our sleigh ride, which is something I wanted. While I'm building up this little Christmas zone. Beautiful. So the Christmas tree should be kind of a centerpiece. So I think there's a good spot. An ice hockey arena. How big? Oh my god, that's good sized. It's not gonna fit anywhere on the college side, is it? Not without doing some modifications. Ooh, kind of like it. Kind of like it. Ooh, spa hotel. Oh my god, that sounds so nice. I don't know if that's a good spot for it, though. No, it's not. It doesn't look right there. It's not what I'm envisioning for this spot. Snow Castle Restaurant. We're gonna definitely use that somewhere. Ski resort. Look at the size of that son of a gun. I'm not doing it. Can't do it. Igloo Hotel. We gotta find a cool area for stuff like that. Oh my god, there are some cool little things in there. I don't really want the hotels right there, so... And then our snowboard arena. Ice fishing pond, we've already used. A frozen fountain. If it would have fit in here. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save the frozen fountain. What other mysterious stuff do they not give us until winter gets played out? Are you kidding me? Like, wow. I mean, not like I'm using a frozen fountain in fuchsia, but still. Alright, we got our snowman park. Okay, let's start fitting in the other things. Not the ski lodge. Skating rink. Yeah, I could see that. Then you're either skating and you're like, ooh, let's go on the sleigh ride, honey. And you're like, oh, okay. Or you're on the sleigh ride and you're like, ooh, let's go skating, honey. And they're like, oh, okay. I mean, that plays. That plays. However, this horse or the driver is drunk. Did you see them miss the path right now? Look at this. Look at the way they're driving on this sleigh ride. Those people in the back have got to be scared for their lives right now. They're back there like, oh my god, is this guy drunk? What is going on with him? He can't even make reindeer go straight. Oh crap. Okay, we got Fire Pit Park, Cross-Country. We already used that somewhere. Ice Sculpture is a cool one. The sledding hill, it's a little awkward, but I guess I could see it in an area like this. Like I said, it's just slightly awkward looking. Like it's a built up thing. Like they built up a bunch of scaffolding and then put a sled hill down it. That is what that is. Which isn't a bad idea. I mean, if you have the money to build a sled hill out of scaffolding, freaking run that. Make some money on it. Tell you what. And a curling park. Everybody needs a curling park, am I right? I wish it would go where I want it to go. Thank you. Right there. And then what I want to do is right here with a pathway. Alright, that was messed up. They didn't land where I wanted it to. Let's go here. Like that. Go. I'm just trying to like make little ways for people to get around. It would make sense, you know. I'm going to allow little businesses, obviously, to build up around here and stuff, so it's not going to stay this way off blank in here. Ba-da. Bum, 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 ba-da. Ah, yeah. I wish I could connect it into the, like that. Connect it in there somewhere. And all of a sudden the horses start taking off, doing sleigh rides through the rest of the city. Why are y'all begging for power? You should have power at this point. Like, are you really just that one little bit far away, huh? Tiny need for business, so what we're gonna do is throw down our... Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, small business. So, the little thing, when I'll show you what I was looking at here in a second. Let me finish this up really fast. Run the businesses through there. Do that. Make sure it's all filled in where I want them. Okay, so that's going to start building up some business. Now, what I went and looked at, what I was trying to see, is when I clicked on this, I went and looked at my zone's building style for the zone. And I chose, let's go down to it here, the emerging downtown. Now, if you look at this top, this is on console only. I didn't see this on PC when I was playing it. But on console, you can at least go up here to the top and see underneath district styles. It shows you what type of buildings you can use. Why? I don't know why it closed out on me there. But anyway, it shows you what type of buildings you can use. And this one, in this district style, you can only use the tall buildings, the multifamily buildings, basically, and the regular businesses. So that's why I was looking to make sure I placed it properly and stuff. Even though I did the thing to stop the high-rises from coming in and stuff like that, I don't think this will allow it. I think this already automatically stops buildings from going a certain height. But I still do it anyway just to be on the safe side because I don't want this part of the city to get all, you know, built up. Maybe I make a mistake and I put a building in there wrong and I accidentally erase part of the district. You know, I'm just going to try to make sure the whole area stays the way I want it to look. And just keep double checking it too. So anyway, that should start doing its thing. Water is going to be an issue here. Let's deal with that really quick. A little stubbly, there we go. Alright, we got water. We're gonna have businesses building up in here. We already have something somewhere. Oh yeah, over here, cool. Love it. Go nuts donuts at the Christmas tree lighting. You know what we need to do is see this in the dark. There we go. They got candles on it. Like, who the hell puts candles on a tree anymore? That's dangerous, you know. There should be a lot more people there. And there should be a bonfire, like a huge bonfire made out of pallets. That'd be awesome. Giant tree, bunch of food, Santa Claus, bonfire, hot cocoa. Sounds like a great time. Oh wait, that was something I used to do in my youth. I do need more snowplows. That was something we were going to work on, Chris. Yes. I just kind of wanted to get this finished up really quick. See how this is clogged up, or this side's getting busy or filled up and everything like that. So I do gotta definitely add more snowplows in the city right now. That is becoming a huge issue all of a sudden. The city does look cool at night, doesn't it? Hold on. Hide. I love looking at the cities at night. Let's pause, just so we don't get any more problems. I knew I had another Christmas area. This one's way cooler. Like, that looks like a festival. That looks like something I want to go party at. Except they need a bonfire of 3 going on. And a concert. Even in the snow, it still looks badass. Looking at cities like this. I can't wait till we start getting some high-rises in here, though. Those aren't going to start yet. I don't want to go anywhere near high-rise buildings yet until we start getting, like, over here, around the water, things like that. That's when we'll start doing it. In fact, I think as we start building into these zones over here, that's when we'll start allowing the high-rises to start building up and overtaking the landscape at this point towards the water. So, because all the people over here, they moved into this area for the mountain view, in my opinion, you know? It's on pause, but the second I move the camera, the snow looks like it's just having the craziest blizzard. Alright, let's get in here. We've got our neighborhood fixed going. That was our goal at the moment, to get going so that we could go in here and... Oh, wait a minute. I can turn down the strength of the snow. Well, it says rain strength. I mean, this is snow. But I'm hoping that it... Like, hold on, I gotta look at that again. It's still there. It keeps going back. I can't do shit about it. It's like, no, it's the middle of a storm, dog. You're screwed. I think all of my snowplows are filled up right now. That's our biggest problem. See, they need a area where you can take the snow and dump it and it melts. Like where you can burn trash, right? You have the stuff that lets you burn trash. Why can't we burn snow and make water for the city out of it? Just seems like a legitimate idea to me. If we just warm it up, it melts, it turns into water, it gets filtered and dealt, you know, chlorinated or whatever you want to do to it. So over here, oh wait, we need to get our light back in the city here. Uh-oh. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. Can I... Oh my god. I can turn the snow off. I feel like such a dumbass right now. If you keep hearing barking, that's coming from my phone. I have my Ring camera for my front door and my front yard set up where it barks. It really has barking dogs. But I know who's walking back and forth in the front yard, so I'm not concerned. Alright, now, like I said, I feel like a complete dumbass because I did not realize I could make the snow go away. I'm like, I'm gonna fight through these snowstorms. Let's do it. Oh my god. Cheers. That'll help with the roads. Let's go ahead and add in... Okay, what I wanted to do is over here on the other side of this cemetery area that we have. This road, this 4-lane, we're going to take it... Let's make sure the damn zoning is off. And I want to bring it this way, kind of around the base of the mountain, really, just more down like this. Kind of following, you see that gray line right above the road? Just following that gray line. Now, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going at this point. I just wanted to, we'll go there, we'll stop there. If we have to delete some of that road later in the future, we will, but not my concern at the moment. Now, make sure I didn't pick my brain out of my head there. So I was looking at my finger. Kind of dug a little deep in the ear. Just fucking around. Alright, damn it. I want to take one of these two roads, or both of them. Yeah, okay, hold on. Run this alongside the track. This is where we screwed ourselves over last time, but whatever. Just kind of going with the flow. There we go. This road's got to go through the train track a million times. Like, could you not do something about that? No. Sorry. Screw you, pal. We've got a 6-lane, a 6-lane, a 4-lane, all meeting up at the same spot. That is messed up. That road goes nowhere at that point. That one's done. I'm not moving that one anywhere. That's the end of each of those roads. We're not going to completely accommodate the train tracks everywhere. Trust me on this. I want to, do some bridging here and there. I'm just kind of getting my roads set up, more or less, and then we'll figure it out when we get there. That's the idea. I knew I was gonna find a spot. Just gotta be all wonkified. Okay. Hopefully people have tire chains or snow socks, because their roads are fucked right now. I got snow socks personally. I think snow socks are a good way to go. If you don't know what snow socks are, look them up. They're totally cool. They're like these big, I don't know how to explain. It's like a bag of some, or some, I don't know. It goes around your tire. It fits on your tire, and then you zip it up. Like, it's so much easier to put on than chains or cables. Like, fuck chains and cables from now on. Snow socks are the way to go. I don't give a shit. I'm totally never changing my mind on that one. They're so easy to put on. I want this road, like, riding that fence. Like that. Connect in like that. There we go. Very good. Okay, and then I wanted a little spot here. I mean, we can have some fun here. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. I just realized. No damn zoning on any of these roads. You know, the one way you can keep that stupid bug from screwing with you is to build the road with no zoning off of that road and then add the zoning later. I mean, obviously, look at that. It just totally tricked the bug. So it'd be like, do this. All the connecting roads. Oh my God, that was stupid. Freeform. Turn the zoning off. Connecting them like that. There are so many spots I should be doing 6-lane roads. I'm looking at right now. Like, that's way too big of a neighborhood. Well, okay. Alright. Does that mean that this is gonna be a 6-lane then? Holy crap. Am I really gonna just change my mind on this right now? And we have a 6-lane. So that means we need to go back and readjust. Freeform. Oh. This is one of those times when you're like, yeah, I definitely need all my zoning shit back on. Snapping shit, whatever the hell. It's a weird bend, but I'm gonna go with it. There we go. Like that. That's how we get that. That's how I go against what I was thinking. Add a 6-lane back in here so that it kind of keeps these areas broken up into proper neighborhoods, districts, whatever you want to say, where we can work with them better. Because this part of the district here, let's finally get to what I was imagining in the first part here. Okay. I wanted the straight roads for a reason. Watch. Where in the flippity flop are the damn road stuff? I think it's in here, actually. Yeah, there we go. It creates noise, so I wanted to be smart about that. I'm a little too close to the train tracks. Hold on. Watch, I got myself too close again. I fucking knew it. Okay, hold on. Oh, crap. Okay. This is the way to fix it. So that tree right there, I need to put the road on that tree or below it. Like that. Now we go find our snow dump. We'll throw 3 of them in there. We'll get our road condition building here. And then what I would like to add in, it doesn't add in a lot of any pollution and stuff, it's just noise pollution, is the geothermal heating plant, if it'll fit. This is going to help keep the heat nice and high where we want it. We're already producing 600 watts. We only need half of that, a little over half of that. But as the city grows, this is perfect placement for stuff like this. And then all we have to do, look at all those trucks on their way out. All we have to do at this point now is think of the noise restrictions here. Since there's going to be noise, then we take our neighborhood and we make a little bit of a business zone here with, watch this. So we come in here and we take this area it's kind of big, but don't worry, it's gonna work out. We can take a little bit off of it here. We are thinking of our noise pollution, and it's gonna go about to where the H is on Hemlock Hills. So let's do something like that. Right to that tree, and then we'll smooth that out. Okay. Now let's add in some roads. Check this out. This is how I'm going to fix our sound problems coming from this. Be able to use them, keep them in the area, and then start making a little bit of residential in this zone here. So we're going to go down to our 4-lane small roads. I love them. They're my favorite roads. We're going to go ahead and do freeform. Something like this. And we'll watch the bottom of that little hill. We'll go ahead and leave it there. Why not? Fuck it. Looks fine to me. These will do their own thing. Do something like that. Do one off of here like this. Up in here. And then do something like this. Remember, we're going to probably have to build a school and stuff like that in this area, since we're going to make it residential also, so let's be smart about using our space to its best and our maximums and stuff like that. You know, like this area would be great for the high school, in fact. An area like in here would be great for the elementary school. Like this little kind of triangle-ish spot. So we can do a lot. We can do a lot, but what I want to do is make sure it's prepped, ready to go, and we have all this operating. Now, part of this Come on. Inspector. No, 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 no. This. Thank you. See, I made Hemlock Hills here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and go like this. I'll just spread it out. We can always shrink it, grow it, whatever in the future. I just want to make sure I've got an area covered in here with what I'm doing. Ah, I went a little too far. Okay. Cedar Heights, Hemlock Hills. Beautiful. So, I wanted Hemlock Hills to help drown out the noise that's going to be going on. Hold on a second. I just saw something. We got stop signs or stoplights galore going on right now because I built some new roads. I gotta be careful. Double check them. I'm obviously not gonna be getting rid of all of them at the moment that I made just right now, but trying to get the ones that are going to hinder all my damn traffic really quick that is going on. So let's deal with them. Alright, looks like I dealt with enough at least. That's good. So, Hemlock Hills versus Cedar Heights. Hemlock Hills is more business zoned. I don't think I really need to set a default site style to it, to be honest. But I want to see what the shops of Shibuya with our low density is gonna do. Oh, I gotta fix some roads. I just noticed that. So we're gonna go in here. We'll throw some businesses in like that. Oh my god. No, not in the freaking... Not in there. This little spot will be business. Let's make this... There we go. This is what I was looking for. Medium. Pause before something gets built where I don't want it to be. I'm going to allow businesses around the snowplows and stuff like that because I don't want it to be industrial necessarily, but I want it to be used and usable. We don't have to go all the way back in there. We can do something like that. So it is separated slightly. So one thing I need to do, like I said, this is to have that buffer zone of sound to help out with the neighborhood right there. So one thing I want to do though, to make sure things work properly for me here. I need to fix this damn bug on the road on Harvey Boulevard here, right here. So Give me a second there. Let me fix this. Upgrade. Toggles running off. There we go. So, let's turn the rest of this side of the road to about this point into business, like that. See why I chose to do this, what I did. So anyway, part of Hemlock Hills, I want to choose the style through here, and the style I want, again, we're going to go with, oh, fuck. Forgot I did Shops of Shibuya in here. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go from the tree to the road, along the road, along Green Street. Chapman is all business. And then from the corner to Phillips. So this is all business. And that one. Like that. I think that's, yeah, I followed that, and then I went from the corner up to where Phillips is there. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now the rest of this, let's go ahead and do this in, because this is supposed to be the emerging downtown. I'm not going to worry about the schools on this side yet. They'll get built later on. Their children can frickin' travel for the moment, for all I care. And let's go ahead and hit play. That's going to give us plenty of everything we need as far as homes, businesses. At the moment, it's going to send a bunch of trucks out there to start taking care of the roads until the other ones are available. And now we just need to start thinking about industrial again. Industrial is a big one because I don't want to do it. The biggest thing for me is I hate doing the pollution. It's the pollution from the industrial that pisses me off. But I want to see something here. Can't connect a route. Like, so none of these, what's stupid is I don't understand why it doesn't want to connect to the, because look at where I put it. I just circled it into the bay. But because there's that little bit where it has to go straight, so stupidly. This is a map I made, by the way, so yeah. I should have taken the route and came up the river, to be honest. Like, I should have brought the route up the river. I'd be able to put this here. It makes me feel a little stupid. I built the map without thinking ahead. But you see where we're able to put it here in a number of spots along here, which I'm not sure if I'm going to build along this little hillside here. But I do have this side, so we'll think of that in the future. It's going to be tough to get people to travel all the way over here for an industrial zone, to be honest. I mean, not really. We have plenty of freeways and roads. Shit, I I knew. All right. What did I build this big ass thing for? This was something that got laid down. I didn't build this, that's for sure. But I don't have like an... I seriously want a port. Like and my brain is now all of a sudden stuck on creating a port. And this is the only place I can put one. I mean, out of what I have. I mean, I guess over here too, we see that, but I want to start working on our next industrial zone, but I'm just kind of done. I guess we have this spot. Let's keep working on Heather Hills. Let's add into Heather Hills, I guess. That's fine. We can do this. The thing is as I'm looking at this, I don't want... I don't want a ton more industry in here. I want to be more focused on businesses, housing. I want to do a tiny bit of industry. That's fine along the freeway here or up to the water. But the only reason I was thinking up to the water before was because I was like, oh, I could put a shipyard here, but I can't because I was stupid and didn't run the damn line up here. But that's my fault. So I have to rethink that and do something different. But we can start thinking of business zones, housing zones, and stuff like that along here. And then we start doing industrial along here and in these areas. There's plenty of zoning to do industrial. We got zoning to do forestry over there, in fact. Zoning to do farming through here. I believe that's what the yellow is. We've got that's ore through there. Oil. I think that's their oil. I could be wrong. But regardless, I have stuff set up. We can go through here and despite what I was planning out in my head, do stuff a little differently, and it should look just as good. I mean, that's the point behind this, is to kind of have fun. Just do it without having plans, you know. Just kind of make it without plans, and then at some point, that's going to interfere with something else. We're going to have to do something, you know what I mean? Like right here with the train tracks, for instance. We're running through all these roads. I'm going to have to do something about that now that we're going to have all these roads through here. That's going to create traffic problems. We need to create bridges. We're going to need to create tunnels, things like that. So those are things that we're going to obviously focus on in our upcoming journey, I guess, with the with this build in Moonshine here, because honestly, it's not prudent to have this many crossings. Let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in a row of going past different roads. 3 of them are on the same road, in fact. I mean, it happens. It does happen, but it's not the most ideal scenario. So I would like to go through here, maybe create some bridges or some tunnels or something like that with the train tracks. I think that's going to be the easier route to go with than the roads. The roads are... the roads are the roads. The roads are going to do their thing. The way I set them up, I can't change them too much. It's going to be way easier to change the train tracks than the roads. Let's take a look back at things here. Let's close this, hide. Its city is coming along slowly but surely. I'm really enjoying Moonshine. It's been fun to take the time to build this without having to overthink it, without having to come in during the week and be like, okay, I need to make sure everybody's going to be happy with what I build right here this week. This week I'm building right here and everybody's going to be happy with it. So I better make sure that I'm doing this perfectly and this perfectly, and this has to be here, and this road needs to run from here to here. I got sick of it. I really did. I got sick of it. And Moonshine has made me so happy because I haven't had to do that. I've just been able to come in here and be like, let's just do whatever. Let's have a good time. We're going to place things down. We started off our day just adjusting roads, placing lines and stuff like that. Kind of the usual. Fixing the schools here, making the schools look good. And then in the long run, we were able to finally add in all these tram lines that are going to do great for our public transportation. Then we have our little business zone up here with my original thought when I started today was I wanted a Christmas themed just zone for people to go hang out in, and I did get it done. I got it right here. There's our Christmas tree. There's Santa's village. We got a sleigh ride. We've got ice skating, I think. Yeah, right there. We've got other stuff going on, whatever this is. Little ice sculpture park. Some curling right in here. So I'm pretty happy with that. That also, you know, a couple of things. We had to do some fixes and stuff like that. And I knew the fixes when I started this. And that's kind of where I was like, I need to get this done or else I'm never going to get it done. So that's why we started with the neighborhood and everything, getting it taken care of. Otherwise, we would have never gotten to the neighborhood today. I would have started doing this, and it would have turned into the rest of this becoming the neighborhood getting built up over here. And as much as it wouldn't have really made a huge difference, with the way I wanted to build things, I think it's way better to have the neighborhood built on this portion of the map for now, because here's our school, or like our college, here's our train station. There's so much more going on in this area that is more reflective to the needs of people than going on over here. I think this would have just pushed more need for more business, more need for more industrial, without giving me a chance to really take a look at things and make them look really good, you know what I mean? So, and have fun with it. So anyway, next week when we come back, next Sunday, I want to come back in here to Moonshine, and that's when I want to start focusing more along the bottom of the mountain right in here. This spot right here, I kind of think would be great to just make a little farming area, work with it with the with the new DLC, the countryside DLC right through here and stuff. In fact, maybe even kind of expand that countryside DLC all along the base of the mountains through here, where it's got the farmland and everything like that. Maybe throw in some farm industry things of that matter. I have to remember that I do need those solo industries for certain things that I'm going to be throwing up later on in the build, such as the factories and stuff like that. Those factories rely on those solo industries, and so I need to think of those as well, and not just general industry in the long run. So this area I think would make a great spot for a little bit of farming industry, a little bit of just basic necessities, have some fun with a little bit of leftover area for residential and stuff like that at the same time. I don't think the farming really creates any like pollution or noise, so you can add residential in there and have a good time with it and kind of do a good mix with that. This area is obviously going to become residential, maybe obviously some businesses. We're going to be throwing in some industry in this area here. I think around here where the freeway kind of cuts things off, I want to do industry here. And then I want to do a little bit of industry on this side of the freeway. And then I want to throw in, I'm going to probably readjust these roads through here at this point. And I want to throw in an on and off ramp and stuff like that that's going to allow the industry to get in and out of there really good without creating a lot of problems. We got this huge awesome on ramp off ramp over here, but it's not going to be that accessible. I mean, it could be, I don't know, we'll see what happens next week when we come back and we start looking at stuff like that. I'm not sure how far we'll get with everything that I'm planning on, but I at least want to get to a point where, you know, things are starting to become a little bit more towards the final goal, you know what I mean, of the city. So like I said, in certain thought prospects of needing this and that later on down the line, I need to start placing things now. We've got our start going. We've got our start. The city looks amazing at this point. This is like a regular city on normal City Skylines vanilla base model with nothing else. That's a full city right there just about. But we're going to go even bigger. We're going to get crazier. And we're going to have a lot of fun here. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. It's time I get out of here. I really need to eat some lunch. I haven't had anything to eat today. And I am freaking starving. So join me next week. We'll be back in City Skylines here in Remastered and Moonshine. And taking care of those things like I was talking about. If you check me out throughout the week, I am going to try to throw up some videos. Between losing my last job and starting my new job, I've had that time period of not making any money and also having to bust my ass to make a little bit more money. So that created a opportunity for me to not be able to make videos because I don't have money to buy things to create the videos, and at the same time I'm getting way too tired at the end of the day. I come home from work and I basically sit in this chair and I pass out. But I'm going to try to get above that, step up, and start doing things within the next couple of weeks here. Start getting my channel back on track like I was doing for a little bit there. And so, everybody, until then, join me when you can. I thank you all. Give me a like, a subscribe if you can, if you haven't done that yet. Share the videos, please. I would appreciate it. I would love to get away from my normal job and start doing this on a more regular basis. So until then, everybody, thank you so much, and I will see you next